don't forget there are wealthy black and brown people at the highest levels. It's just that you got way more down here. And what this looks like when you put it into numbers, hard cash, that's what it looks like. I don't think that these nearly 13 million families are just filled with corrupt people, or just they're doing things that are corrupt, right? It's like a system that's like, I don't know. It's got to be built into the sociology of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to climb, you guys are going to climb the ladder, okay? You got to, like, you're beating them out. You ready? Okay, so go. All right, hang on, stop. See, what happened? What did you notice? Dude, what'd you notice?
They all went up.
They all went up. What we have to do is we got to stop him from going up the ladder.
No, I think he has to help the people at the bottom.
He has to, but why is he, dude, he's busy helping his own family.
No, I'm not saying like with his hard-earned money. I'm saying like building a culture.
Building a culture. And then we got these guys here to believe that the best thing to do is cut taxes for that guy way up there. Check this out, right? Young Americans for Freedom, my friend. Trump lives. Everybody can't be up there because that's the nature of it. It's always going to be. It's 10%. We're dividing this thing into 10%. What if they don't? When they don't make it? Whose fault is it? Nathan, let's start with you. Yeah.
Hello, my name's Nathan. I'm a freshman. I'm pursuing a mechanical engineering degree.
Where are you from?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. All right, awesome.
Hi, my name is Maggie. I'm a rehabilitation and human services major.
And where are you from?
A really small town. It's near Bedford, PA.
Hi, my name's Corin. I'm a senior at Penn State. I'm a film major and a Dart major. I'm from Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
You're in the National Guard or the Reserves or what?
I'm in the United States Marine Corps.
In the Marine Corps, yeah, that's right. You're doing your degree. Okay. So these black families, Hispanic families need to just catch up. So what's that mean? What do they got to do? You're advising them, right? Hey, black people in the United States. Now, mind you, there are a lot of really wealthy black people in the United States. Remember this, okay? Before you start talking, remember this. Remember these folks up here. Don't forget there are wealthy black and brown people at the highest levels. It's just that you got way more down here. And what this looks like when you put it into numbers, hard cash, that's what it looks like. So, Maggie, you're looking at black people, all these people here and American Indians, they got to catch up. What should they do?
I think the incorrect answer that we hear a lot is like work harder, get a job that pays more, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the real answer is fix the culture of corruption. The people that set up the system are white men, so it's created for white men.
Yeah, but if that were the case, you wouldn't see this. See, you wouldn't see wealthy black and brown people at the end. And I think that maybe if we go back down to this group here, I'm just pushing back on you because you're right. This is the kind of thing that's said all the time. But I don't think that these nearly 13 million families are just filled with corrupt people, or just they're doing things that are corrupt, right? It's like a system that's like, I don't know. It's got to be built into the sociology of it. But that's a really good answer. I mean, I like your answer. What would you say, dude? Just catch up. What would catching up look like? Advise Hispanic, Black, American Indian, and Asian. Here's the problem with American Asian families. Half of American Asian families do quite well, are doing really well. So many are new immigrants that come with money, they come with education, they come here with much. And the other half are really struggling, right? So, but what would you say? Advise them.
I mean, I don't like your phrasing of advise the poor Black and Hispanic people. I would prefer advise anyone that's really poor and struggling, because like there were 57% white people that were below the 10th decile. But
Dude,
I would say
thanks
that
for
they should work
remembering
harder and get a job that pays more.
that. Okay. All right, here. Let's do this. Can I, wait, actually, you three right here. Can you, the three of you just stand up here really fast? Watch this, right? Bro, you stand down here. You stand, actually, you go back here. This guy's going to represent the poorest of the poor. Bro, you're going to go right here. Bro, you go up a few steps here. You're going to be right here. Okay, so just hold tight. All right, stay right there. Bro, can you stand up real fast? This is this is the ladder of upward mobility, okay? Wealth is up there. Okay, so all of you turn around and look this way, right? Wealth is up there. You're going to climb the ladder of upward mobility, okay? So what you're saying, what Nathan just said is, you're representing poor people, and you're representing really poor people, okay? So Nathan, what you just said makes sense, right? Like, dude, listen, you guys gonna have to work hard, man. Okay, you're gonna have to work hard because you want to get up there. So you just gotta have to make sure it really happens. Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna climb. You guys are gonna climb the ladder. Okay, you gotta you're beating them out. You ready? Okay, so go. All right, hang on, stop. See what happened? What did you notice? Dude, what'd you notice?
They all went up.
They all went up. So wait, but we just told these two guys, dude, you gotta work really hard. You gotta work really hard, man. You gotta catch up with these guys, all right? Damn it, like stop being a slacker, right? And you gotta catch up with this guy here. And it's not even this guy. Bro, here, stand up really fast. You go stand halfway up there. Okay, and dude, okay, hang on. You who are wealthy, you gotta get to that guy, that place, okay? So we do it again and say, all right, go up. They're all going. Okay, stop. Everyone goes. So as much as we tell these people here, hey man, what happened? What's wrong with you? They keep moving. Dude, what's wrong with you? In fact, you're probably still back down here. Right, Maggie? Like it's very likely you didn't even get anywhere. And then these guys, okay, so now what do we do, right? So Maggie, the corrupt system, so what do? This guy here, who clearly is the guy that created the corrupt system, what we have to do is we got to stop him from going up the ladder.
No, I think he has to help the people at the bottom.
He has to, but why is he, dude, he's busy helping his own family.
No, I'm not saying like with his hard-earned money. I'm saying like building a culture.
Building a culture. And then this guy has to say like, what else does he have to say about, first off, how'd you get here, dude? Did you work really, really hard? No, the answer is probably you did. You worked really hard. You wouldn't be here if you didn't work really hard. You got things probably from your family or other people, but yeah, you probably worked quite hard. You worked hard. But the thing is, it's like we have to put a chain on this guy. We don't want to do that. That's unfair, right? To say like, oh, we're going to increase taxes on the rich. But, like Donald Trump, you know what Donald Trump did? He cut the taxes on this guy. And you know what he did? Okay, I'm going to be anti-Trump here for a second, but Obama did it too, and so did Bill Clinton. But what we did, so we cut the taxes on that guy. We cut the taxes. And then we got these guys here to believe that the best thing to do is cut taxes for that guy way up there. Check this out, right? Young Americans for Freedom, my friend. Trump lives. So then we get these guys here to believe that the best thing is to cut the taxes for that guy way up there. And if you cut that guy's taxes, dude, what are you going to do with all that extra money? You're going to keep moving up. Yo, you mean you're not going to invest in those people down there? Yeah, you're going to give a little money here. You're going to give some to your gala ball or your this or your that. But like, that's not what it is. You're going to do what you do. You build money, man. That's your job, to build money. That's what wealthy people do. That's what we want them to do. Start businesses, invest money, do things, build a nation. Okay, dude, thanks, man. You can have a seat. You see the issue? You're like, work harder. Now what are you going to say?
I don't see an issue with that. I saw
Tell me.
great success in every single one. See, I think I actually agree with Maggie in a way, how she said it's kind of the culture that's a problem. You went up there and you told the guy at the bottom, get to the guy at the top. You didn't say improve yourself. You didn't say make more money. You didn't say work harder. You said get there.
Go follow him.
Work hard. Get one step, bro.
Yep.
Let your kid take another one. You'll
Yep.
get to the top eventually.
Okay.
I mean, live a good life.
So this goes to what I said down here. You tell these people to look in that direction. Don't look in this direction. Remember when I did that? It's the same thing. I just did it in a different way. Here's the problem, right? What if they don't make it? Everybody can't be up there because that's the nature of it. It's always going to be. It's 10%. We're dividing this thing into 10%. What if they don't? When they don't make it? Whose fault is it?
I wouldn't say it's 100% theirs, but I would say there were certainly some reasons that they're still at the bottom. Other people made it out of the bottom.
Would you agree with that, Maggie? There are some reasons. So I said, if they don't make it, whose fault is it? When they don't make it. I mean, they're not going to make it to the top. Like, let's just be clear. Like when they in all likelihood don't make it, whose fault is it?
My first reaction is I disagree with that it's like most of their fault. I think it's just a mixture of culture, the opportunities they were presented, and their own responsibility.
Okay. So, Corin, when these people down here, they make some progress, right? Like, don't go that way. So Nathan is saying, like, dude, believe in yourself, for crying out loud. Like, Maggie, if someone in your family, you grew up at some part of your life receiving food stamps, right? Well, somebody decided we can't do this anymore, or you wouldn't be sitting here at Penn State. So somebody in your family was down here, and they were looking that way. Had whatever they instilled on you, if they were only looking that way, you wouldn't be sitting at this table. So like, okay, so it's like, do something. Make some move. And this is what Nathan is saying. But Corinth, the problem is, what do you say to them when they are working really, really hard and they keep doing it, but they keep seeing those other people continuing too? And like, damn, man. What do you say?
I would somewhat agree with her there. It's a mixture of things. It's not just, strictly working harder, but I would somewhat agree with.
So it's a little bit of luck. It's a little bit of opportunities. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, if somebody down here makes it way up there, there's a whole bunch of luck involved. But, it's like, yeah, the best thing you can do is say like, hey, just keep working at it. But now what we have to do is we have to come up with a sociological explanation that explains why it is that most of these people at most will make a few strides, and that's it. They're not going to pass anybody else. They're not going to get near the top. They're going to make a few strides, and that's all. And they want to get up there, and they're working their tails off, and they're doing everything right, but they're probably not going to get up there. And we have to be able to explain, what do you tell them? Nathan.
I actually think it's pretty easy to make an analogy to like Penn State. So I'm engineering, as you keep mentioning for some reason. I can go into a class with like the smartest people I've ever seen in my entire life. They may have like an 170 IQ, like 50 Albert Einsteins in that class. I could spend 30 hours studying for this test, and they're going to get a better grade than me when they didn't study. I mean, it's possible that no matter how hard I work, I'm not going to do it as well as they am. But you're not going to go over here and tell me you can't be a mechanical engineer because
Yep.
you're just not smart enough.
And if you give up, whose fault is it for giving up? It's yours. But are you more likely, if you just see all these other people working half as hard as you and they just keep doing more and more and more, is it more likely that you will just feel deflated?
No, I mean, every time I get a test back, I'm very upset about that situation.
Okay, so it's more likely that you would. Now, this is the sociology piece. You ready? Through the three of you. So now apply that to the people in this group right here. Who they're working hard, man. People aren't lazy. The person running the checkout at Walmart, they're working hard, man. You ever work at Walmart? You ever run a register at Walmart? Come on, man. You're going to be an engineer. You're going to work hard, but they're working hard too. And so everyone's working hard. But you got to somehow just keep at it, but understand how and why it is that these inequalities exist. Dude, that is so huge, man. This is the kind of stuff that black people are always talking about. Look at the inequality. Look at the inequality. Look at the inequality. And then what other people will be is like, Nathan, my friend, what other people will say is, yeah, I'm looking at the inequality, but you just got to work hard. You got to work harder. But black people and Hispanic people and Native Americans are like, I know, I got to work harder. But man, you also got to look at the inequality.
Well, I think it's right in the sentence you just said. They're spending time saying, look at the inequality and not working hard.
Ah, dude. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for saying that. Yeah. No. I mean, yes and no. Some people, they get stuck in that. In some people in your family, some people in my family. I grew up working class. I got people in my family that just gave up, okay? But it's not really actually how it's happening that way. Most people don't give up. Some people do, but most people just, the idea is if you think about black and brown, so many black and brown, or poor white people, right? I don't know, people who develop a critique of the system will often just keep pointing out that system. But if you go to any black church, evangelical type black church anywhere in the United States, anywhere, I will guarantee you that woven into that sermon is, if you do unethical things, it's your responsibility. If you don't make it, it's your responsibility. If you think you can't do it, that's your responsibility. You need to work harder, take more responsibility for yourself, et cetera, et cetera. That is the message. It's just what we have. This is why it's so good to have you in an organization like Young Americans for Freedom, because you break the mold here, because this is such a conservative idea among black Americans who are inherently conservative in the way they approach their personal responsibility and personal actions. They're just looking at sociological things. Okay, here. Do you have something? Go ahead, say it.
I think a good example of this is of this kind of ladder we were talking about is, so paying for school. Some of your parents have probably handed you a check at the beginning of every semester, and a lot of us are going into debt because of it. So the person at the top gets to graduate with no debt and didn't have to save money for college.
Yep.
And the person at the bottom spent all of their high school years working a job to pay for college and working and writing essays and getting scholarships, and they're only still 2 steps up, and they're still going to graduate with debt. And when they get out and they get a job that's not as good as the job up there, they have to pay back that debt. And I would argue that this person has worked a lot harder than the person whose parents paid for their college.
One would argue that. I will also say employers often think that, and they see that.
Yeah, and that translates into the work.
Totally. Let me show you something. This is really cool that you brought this up. Doesn't even matter. This is median household wealth by race and education. So if you have a bachelor's degree, look at white people still outperform black people and Hispanic people in terms of their median household wealth. Postgraduates, so people like me, high school, look at white people still outperform. Doesn't matter. So you could say, well, go get a college degree. So Corin here, on average, this is on average, right? Corin, even when you all get your bachelor's degree, on average, people who look like the three of us are gonna outperform people who look like him. They're still gonna have develop more wealth. Not across the board, but on average.